You know, every so often I see a movie on like Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever and think, huh, this might be up my alley. But then sometimes a trailer comes out for a new movie and I'm just like, yeah, okay, thank you for this bountiful meal, Netflix. So it's no secret that over the last 4 or 5 years, Netflix has really taken its place as the cesspool from which the worst teen movies of all time crawl their way to life. But as of last year, they ended most of their rom-com series. You got To All the Boys 3, Kissing Booth 3, Princess Switch 3, which was just the apex of modern cinema. But despite all that, Netflix released their newest teen rom-com, teen flick. I don't really know what this is exactly, but and this time around, it's the new Netflix movie, Senior Year. So what do you say we give it a watch and see what Netflix coughed up this time? Come on, everybody, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Honey. I'm sure you all know what Honey is by now, but just in case you somehow haven't heard like literally every other YouTuber talk about them, Honey is an online shopping tool that searches and scours the internet for promo codes to help you save money on things you're already gonna buy anyway. I mean, seriously, Honey works with tons of websites, more than I could possibly ever count with my shoes still on, and they help you save money on almost anything you could really want. You're gonna order some pizza? Boom, look at that, you could have saved some money. Oh, you want some makeup? Well, look at that, what's going on there? You're looking for something to help deal with your girlfriend's ex who can't take a hit and won't leave her alone? Honey's got your back. To get Honey, it's extremely simple, okay? You just go to joinhoney.com/AlexMyers, click on the little button here, and then wham bam bibbidi bow, ready to go. They even aggregate all the biggest deals from tons of other stores as well, so you know what's on sale when it's on sale. And just in case Honey can't find any promo codes for the thing you're buying, they give you free Honey Gold whenever you purchase stuff while using Honey. That's it, it's that simple. So either you're saving money via promo codes or you're getting Honey Gold you can redeem for money later on anyway. So either way, you win. Again, just go to joinhoney.com/AlexMyers, click the button to get Honey today and start saving some money. Okay, back to the show.
Okay, I know I have some things to clear up, so I thought this is going to be the best way. When I moved to the US, I knew fitting in was going to be hard. I just didn't know how bloody hard it was going to be.
I mean, you're a cute blonde girl with an Australian accent, so like, I'm pretty sure you got this one in the bag.
You do one.
I felt like the kids I wanted to be. You know, the ones who seemed immune to that awkward teen phase. The ones whose bones have Jenga'd themselves into a hot frame.
Wait, bones Jenga'd themselves? OMG, Stacy, why is Roger like so hot? I know, right? Like, what the heck? It's not even fair. OMG, here he comes, be cool. Ladies.
The ones whose bones have Jenga'd themselves into a hot frame. The only bumps on their skin are abs, and their natural scent is perfect, like CK1.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I mean, I was friend-zoned by every girl in high school, so I got to hang out with them like in their natural habitat, and those popular people did not always smell like CK1, okay? I mean, sometimes it was more like CK, Lewis.
The populars.
For you? Sup, Blaine? Hey, Tiffany. I'm having a birthday party. Do you guys want to join? Cute that in Australia you call it a party. Because in America we call that a freak show. Well, it's actually not a freak show because we have cake.
Okay, so this is our main character, kinda, Stephanie. Now, as you probably figured out, Stephanie's kind of a loser because she's the main character of a teen rom-com, which apparently are all just written by people who had no social skills, no friends, and make it their entire personality and never shut up about it, so couldn't be me. But as you can probably imagine, she doesn't really like her current status as local freak, so one day she decides to do something about it. And so we get this montage of her going through like the entirety of every teen rom-com in about 2 minutes, and wham bam bibbidi bow, look at her go. She's dating a guy who'd be like the hottest dude at the one Hollister in North Dakota. And now she's the hot popular girl in school, and we know this because she's got 8 butterfly clips in her hair, okay? I mean, come on, they don't let just anyone get away with that. Now one day she's heading off to school with one of her friends she had from before she was cool, and we get a look at what her future plans are for herself.
There she is. Deanna Russo. Harding High cheer captain and prom queen 95. Bangin' bod. She's boy band rich and lives in the most beautiful house in Maryland with her 3, 2, 1 perfect husband.
Oh, it's a movie about being prom queen. Never seen that before. As you may remember from about 2 minutes ago, Stephanie's boyfriend Blaine was originally dating this girl, Tiffany. And as you may be shocked to hear, Tiffany doesn't really appreciate having her boyfriend stolen away from her because, I mean, come on, it's not every day you find a guy who can actually pull off one of these dumb necklaces. Case in point, this guy also can't pull it off, because turns out no one could. But boy, back in the day, a lot of people tried real hard anyway.
I won cheer captain fair and square, and you and Blaine were broken up when we got together. First you changed the prom king and queen song, and now you're throwing an after prom party when you know I've been planning mine for months.
Oh, you mean the one you have to throw at Barfa's family lake house because you live in a shanty?
Her name is Martha, and she hasn't thrown up on herself since the 8th grade.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
She did not. And so after some more back and forth, Tiffany comes up with an idea of how to get rid of Stephanie once and for all and get her boyfriend back. And so then she dies, and that's pretty much it. Movie's over, everybody. Now, actually, this puts Stephanie in a coma for about 20 years until one day, randomly, just out of nowhere, she wakes up.
That's why at Balbo Hummers, we've got the sweetest rides for the sweetest prices. Oh, and hey, all you high school seniors out there, who doesn't want a Hummer on their big night?
You get it, kids?
Balbo Hummers, we're ready for prom. Are you?
I'm ready for prom. What the slut?
And so this brings us to the main part of the movie where Stephanie finds out that she's been in a coma for 20 years and it's currently the far-off magical year of 2022. Flying cars, world peace, Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons are still alive, somehow. What a world.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
How about me? Did you remember? It's Martha Reiser.
Oh, I never thought I'd have this moment again. I was this close to freezing you.
What do you mean, Dad?
Oh, don't worry. I couldn't afford it, so I was only going to freeze your hand.
Anyway, so after this, we get the inevitable fish out of water part of the movie where Stephanie has to learn about the wacky new world of smartphones and words you can't say and that no one wears butterfly clips anymore, which is the real tragedy no one's addressing these days. But okay, I see how it is. But despite all the wackadoo changes in the world, turns out everyone she knew from high school is apparently still just living in the same town.
Thank God, it's still the same.
Yep, there it is. Let's keep going.
Wait, that's not Deanna Russo's husband. Who is that? That's Blaine. Wait, did he get me my dream house?
And so she dies, and that's where the movie ends. And actually, she's totally fine, you know, despite being in a coma and having her muscles atrophy for 20 years. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a rocket surgeon.
Tiffany?
Oh my
God!
Look at you. I can't believe this.
What is happening? Get rid of me so you can steal my dream life.
Oh. The beautiful thing about time is you move on. You know what? I need to go because I am brining zucchini ribbons.
Oh boy, being 40 sure sounds fun, huh? You know, when you're a kid, you always want to grow up so you can finally live that lavish Sarah Jessica Parker life. But then you hit your 30s and you sprain your shoulder by sleeping wrong. Or like the other day, I threw my back out by sneezing too hard. So yeah. Life's great. But yeah, so not only did Stephanie miss 20 years of her life, but also she never got to be prom queen and Tiffany ended up stealing her boyfriend back. I mean, come on, is there no justice in this world?
Dad! What the F? Who's in charge of my feeding tube? My boobs are huge.
Well, you're just getting older. You know, bodies change, and pretty soon you'll go through menopause.
Oh my God, don't. I can't do this.
And so after thinking things over for a while, Stephanie realizes that she doesn't have to just take everything she's been given. I mean, come on, she was a loser before and turned things around, so she could just do it again. There's no problem a good pair of rhinestone low-rise jeans and Lip Smackers lip balm can't fix, am I right? So she sets out to take her life back and relive the high school experience she was supposed to have. Now, lucky for her, her former best friend from high school, Martha, is now the high school principal. So, you know, pull a couple strings, hand a few 20s under the table, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing here?
I want to go back to school.
That's wonderful. Yes, of course. I can get you some info on some of those programs.
I meant like come back to school to Harding High and finish my senior year.
Steph, I can't let an almost 40-year-old woman into high school.
I'm still 17. Mentally.
You know, it's funny you say that because I also know quite a few people who are not in high school anymore and are also mentally 17. So hey, if the whole going back to high school thing doesn't work, you can always just become an influencer like the rest of us. And so long story short, Stephanie enrolls back in her old high school so she can finally graduate, be prom queen, and be the popular girl again, you know, because everyone's gonna be like, wow, it's so cool how you take vitamin supplements before your 11 a.m. nap. But yeah, so she heads off to her first day of school. But you know, the whole Y2K aesthetic is like coming around and being cool again, so like, I don't know, this outfit might actually fly these days. But yeah, so it's Stephanie's first day at her new school. Wait, how's that work?
Well, your friend, my boss, Principal Reiser, asked me to show you around and give you a little orientation here at Harding.
Oh, okay, I don't really need to. I know my
Oh,
way
come
around.
on. It's fun. I have nothing else to do. I'm Mr. Tapper, the guidance counselor. But you can call me Mr. T.
Is that because you pity the fool who has a bad first day?
Okay, hold on a second here. So Stephanie was in high school in 2002. Why is her out-of-touch old person reference like the A-Team from 1983? How long were you in that coma, Stephanie? Now, the next big chunk of the movie is kind of like that 21 Jump Street remake a few years ago, where she's this 37-year-old woman with the sensibilities of 2002, and she has to try and navigate a high school in 2022, where things are quite a bit different. Like, most importantly, the school doesn't even do prom king and queen anymore?
What is with this enormous lunch table? Like, how are we supposed to know where the popular kids sit?
When there's just one table, we're all popular kids.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt here for a second, but like, doesn't this dude look almost exactly like Sabrina Carpenter? Or am I just losing my mind over here?
When there's just one table, we're all popular kids.
Everybody.
Oh, no, that's not how life works. There's only like 3 ways to become popular: to be a cheerleader, to work at Abercrombie, or to let guys go in the back door.
What?
Oh my God, I must be really popular then.
Okay, well, moving on from that. So what we come to find out is that this ragtag group of kids is actually the cheerleader squad, and being a cheerleader is not the cool thing anymore. Because, you know, it's somehow being a nerd is the norm. You know, everyone's online all the time, anime, video games, superheroes. Like, at some point, the nerds won and just ran everything into the ground.
I was wondering if you would like to sign my petition. It's to bring back prom queen to Harding High.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
Do I respect IRL grassroots efforts to affect change into societal systems? Yes. So, I will sign it.
Yeah, and I'll sign it too. But don't be surprised if we're the only ones.
Why's that?
Because nobody's gonna sign this unless Brie Love signs it.
Who?
Her. Brie Loves. That's just her name on social media.
Okay, so there are popular kids at this school. So this whole giant Harry Potter lunch table thing actually serves no purpose whatsoever.
On social media, she's got like 3 million Instagram followers.
And that 98 pounds of sexy is the answer.
It's 98 pounds. Oh, wow, excuse me. Have a seat, fellow hunter-gatherers. Looks like we got a real alpha male over here. Also, like, I don't know, people like Jaden Smith or Harry Styles can get away with dressing like this because they're Jaden Smith and Harry Styles. But, like, it's just not the same thing when it's Tony from Algebra 2. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so this is Bree, the Regina George of the school, I guess you could say.
Hi, I'm Bree, and you must be Stephanie. I heard about you.
And I basically used to be you when I went here. The most popular girl in school because we're like the same.
I don't really think about popularity. I'm just trying to build my most authentic, socially conscious, body-positive, environmentally aware, and economically compassionate brand that's a home for inclusion-focused fashion, food, and fun-filled lifestyles.
Okay, no, she's one of these people. You know, influencers and like YouTubers or whatever who are somehow convinced that they're like saving humanity or something. Like, no, dude, you're just some schmuck talking to a camera or a microphone like the rest of us. Okay, sit down.
Before I forget, my mom, Tiffany, told me to tell you she says hi. She said to remind you she's married to Blaine and lives in your dream house in case you couldn't place her.
Your mum, Tiffany.
And that's when the other shoe drops, okay? So not only did Tiffany steal Stephanie's life, which she clearly stole for herself first, but also her daughter is the queen of the school, and through her is the only way Stephanie could ever hope to become prom queen. So in her quest to be cool again, Stephanie joins the cheerleaders. But instead of doing cool cheers from her day, they're just yelling about turtles dying.
Okay, the earth is smoking. We need new laws. Turtles are choking on plastic straws.
And of course, everything's social media these days, so she tries to wrap her head around that and just achieve peak brain rot like the rest of us. Now, skipping ahead a little bit here, this movie doesn't really have much of a central plot. It's just kind of like a bunch of random scenes about Stephanie being old in high school and trying to be cool again. Like, she finally gets herself on the map because she makes the cheerleaders do a sexy dance routine, and then everyone's like, what a radical idea. Maybe old people can be cool. But ultimately, Stephanie keeps getting her revenge on Tiffany, who also has not grown up since high school. I know, shocking, right?
Can you?
Sorry.
Ma'am, come with me.
Okay, fine. Blaine, what is the name of your manager?
And this leads Tiffany to make her daughter tell everyone that prom queen's actually a cool thing, okay? And you should care about it because I said so.
I want you to beat Steph for prom queen. You said it rewards archaic gender roles.
Which is why you need to be the woke prom queen.
I've already got interest from some brands and they're soups into it. Mom, I'm not doing this.
If you want to go on your trip to Nepal, you will do this for me.
And she does this, of course, so she can beat Stephanie fair and square. Her millionaire influencer daughter versus a 40-year-old woman who woke up from a coma. See, now there's a YouTuber boxing match I would totally watch. But anyway, so this brings us to prom night, the only thing that ever matters in high school, apparently.
And the winner of prom queen received over 1,000 votes, despite there only being 327 of you. However, she has just informed us that she has withdrawn from the competition.
What?
Okay. prom queen will go to Stephanie Conway.
Wait, excuse me? So like, Brie has this entire character arc that happens over the course of 30 seconds. Like, she's the mean girl influencer. She doesn't really like Stephanie or anything, apparently. But then on prom night, she's just like, what if I just gave up on everything I cared about throughout the entire movie and completely changed my attitude about literally everything? Like, where's this even coming from?
Party at Brie's house with live music. Brie, will you tell them?
Hey everyone, after party is at Steph's place.
The house is ready for the party. I mean, Steve Aoki is in our living room. I mean, what am I gonna tell him?
I don't know. Tell him you lost prom queen.
Yeah, Mom, prom queen is cool and all, but you know what's even more cool? Being a good friend. Geez, honey, what are you, Mr. Rogers? But all the same, in the end, Stephanie gets to be prom queen because she made the cheerleaders do a sexy dance. Like, Netflix is just over here like, hey, you know what the problem with high schools is these days? Is it's not enough hot teenagers dancing provocatively. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? And at the very end, Stephanie finally graduates high school with a big old dance number a la High School Musical, and ultimately she realizes that back when she was 17, she was so obsessed with being cool and everything that she kind of just neglected her real friends who were always there for her already.
I've been a really dodgy friend to the two people who care about me the most. The people who supported me when I was just that dorky kid fresh from Australia. It doesn't matter who has the most friends or likes or followers. If you just have one or two great friends who will support you even when you're being a total butt slut.
Yeah, okay, all right, we get the message. Thank you, Stephanie. Moving on. But yeah, so the moral of the story is the real coma was friendship. But like, real talk though, this movie's actually pretty funny. Like, it's way better than I thought it was gonna be. Most likely because it's not produced by McG, so you know, it's already off to a great start. Like, this movie's kind of how I wished He's All That would have been. Like, I mean, it's a really weird, bizarre movie, but like, it's really self-aware and fully embraces the absurdity of itself. Movies like He's All That or Tall Girl or whatever, like, they just take themselves a little too seriously.
But you know, the only major sticking point is the milk crate.
I knew the day would come where I would need it, and I wanted to be ready.
Ready for what?
I can't believe this was real. This was a real movie. But this one I thought was a lot better at leaning into the joke. I mean, I actually had a pretty fun time watching it, to be honest. So yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this movie. I mean, is it weird and bizarre and just like doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why things happen the way they do? Of course. I mean, it's a Netflix movie, what do you expect? You know, in covering all these teen movies, which, I mean, I've covered way more than anyone ever should, to be honest, but in covering these movies, you know, everyone's just been trying to chase that Mean Girls thing for the last, 18 years or whatever, right? It's like everyone's been trying to make the next Mean Girls, and Kissing Booth, tried that and failed, and I mean, Mean Girls 2 and The Duff and like all these movies just completely failed. But this movie, not that it's like trying to be a similar plot, but it's like it captures the essence of, I think, what made Mean Girls so good, which is like it's very tongue-in-cheek. It has ultimately a good message, I guess, but it's very quotable, and it's just like it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's serious enough that you kind of believe what's happening, sort of. Like, I don't know. It's like it's such a bizarre movie, but like it hits the perfect balance of not being too wink and lampshady, but like just enough that it's like, yes, we're aware of how dumb this is, but like, isn't it funny? I don't know. Like, it did a good job. I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed this movie. I was prepared to just like full on cringe watching this. I was like, all right, here we go. 37-year-old Rebel Wilson going back to high school. Like this could go either way here, but it was actually quite good. So, I do recommend you watch it if you think you would enjoy it, because it's really funny. Funnier than I thought it would be. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com. Let me know what movies or TV shows you think I should check out next. Check out my podcast with my girlfriends called Doing the Devil's Tango. It's like a dating advice, dating story kind of podcast. And above all else, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.